Ready to practice some A major 2 octaves arpeggio? Slurred. So for the arpeggio, we are not going to start on the first position, first finger. We are going to start on the third position, fourth finger on the C string. And guess what? We are using our friend, the drone again, to help us keep the intonation well in place. And I'm doing that in the video because I really want you to practice with a drone. So you are always hearing and thinking of the relation between the notes. It's a very, very good tool to practice intonation. So before you start, make sure that your arm is well placed, helping your hand to stay in place and not being behind. So you need to feel almost as you are hugging the cello. This is the movement that your elbow needs to go inwards. Okay, actually your elbow go outwards and your hand comes inwards. And this way you make sure your fingers are well supported by the whole arm. I would like to say, if you need, stop the video and practice many times some places where you have more difficulty, okay? So first group of 3, we are going to study the arpeggio in groups of 3 as they come in the slur. So the first group is A, C sharp, E. Let's play them separate. And now with the slur that they come with, the down bow slur. Always try to practice kind of a mezzo forte sound, not to be too quiet and too high on the fingerboard and not to be squeezing the sound of the cello. The next group of 3 is A, C sharp, E. So A, change the shift to C sharp with your elbow high, and then the E third finger. Okay, let's try all on the D string. Separate. So if you need to practice this distance, the major third between A and C sharp, please do that before you go on practicing the rest of the arpeggio. So second finger, first finger on C sharp, third finger on E. And that's going to be an up bow. When you are practicing with the slow bow like that, go closer to the bridge so that the tension on the string helps you go slow in the bow without losing the sound quality, okay? Then the next group of 3, start from the top notes, the A on the A string. Second finger very close to your second, where your C sharp was on the D string. And then coming back E. Make sure your hand doesn't look like that. Make sure your elbow is very high when you're doing those notes over here in this position. So again, that group of 3 from the A. And now with the down bow. Now the next group is A, E, C sharp. So up bow. And then your last note is the A on its own. So let's do slur by slur. So every 3 notes, stopping between them, as we did with the scale, okay? So 3 notes, ready. Now, up bow, prepare for the shift to C sharp. So keep your bow very close to the bridge, and from the top A, shift back to A second finger. Make sure your elbow is coming up to help your hand. once more this way, stopping very shortly. Ready. Okay, now without stop. Please be aware of your shoulders. If they are tense, be aware of your elbow moving. Your left elbow is really important to help your hand not to be trapped in the movement. You need to give space to your hand to move and keep the round shape all the way, okay? Now the whole scale, the whole arpeggio. And once more. So when you're doing this practice, remember to breathe. Some of us forget to breathe in between. It's very important to be relaxed all the way through. Let's try once more. A very important part of practicing the arpeggios and the scales is actually changing the rhythm to make it more interesting. But what we are doing just now is just the basics of knowing the notes and controlling the bow to do the slurs. But don't work like that every day. We need to add some variety for our practice. So by all means, sometimes work like that. But other days, just make up some rhythm and use the metronome. Remember, metronome, our best friend, and do something. I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4. Any crazy thing. Try to make a pattern and repeat that pattern. So to give your fingers different challenges and different situations where you need to do the same thing. And also keep your mind alert.